At 18, I was broke cleaning restaurant toilets for minimum wage. Next week, I turned 25 with a multiple six-figure net worth. So today, I'm sharing the 8 money lessons I wish I had learned at 18 instead of learning them at 24. And no, you don't need a huge salary or your whole life figured out. You can start with the money you have right now and stay until the very end because the final lesson is your biggest wealth advantage at this age and I don't want you to miss it. Lesson number 1, stop spending money to impress people. When I was 18, I cared way too much about how people viewed me. I got to the point where I was constantly comparing myself, so I always wanted the best clothes, the best makeup, and to look completely put together, even though I was broke. I remember Brandy Melville shirts being around $20 to $25, and some people would say that was not too expensive, but at my age, that was still hours of work at a restaurant. And the problem was not one shirt. I would buy around 10 shirts in one visit, so $20 quickly became $200 to $250. I thought I was buying clothes, but I was really buying approval from my friends and proof that I fit in with everyone at school. Wanting to fit in is normal. The problem begins when other people's opinions start controlling your spending. So before buying something, imagine owning it without posting it, showing anyone, or receiving a single compliment. Then decide whether you still want it. If you do, it probably reflects your actual taste. If the desire disappears, you are probably buying it for how it made you look to other people. You deserve to buy things you genuinely enjoy. If the clothes make you happy, great. Just make sure the money you spend reflects what matters to you and do not go crazy like I did. Because when I look back, I can't even wear most of these clothes now and all that money is gone. Trends move on, your money does not come back. Lesson number 2, try the cheap version before you upgrade. I don't know about you guys, but when I was 18, I was so indecisive. I didn't know what I actually liked, so I kind of just followed what other people were buying. When pickleball became popular, I bought one of the most expensive sets before I even knew how to play, which sounds so bad, but I genuinely thought buying the set would make me stick with it. I even did the same thing with the gym. I paid the annual fee and around $50 every month because going to the gym felt like the healthy and responsible thing to do, but I didn't even like it that much. I actually enjoyed hot yoga way more. And that was the problem. I kept spending money on habits I wanted to have instead of paying attention to what I would actually use. And this could be a pickleball set, a gym membership, a Dyson hair tool, literally anything. Try it before you commit. Borrow it, take one class, use the free trial, try your friends. You can save so much money by giving yourself time to figure out what you actually like before paying for it. You don't need to buy the whole lifestyle on day one. Try it first, then decide if it's worth your money. Lesson number 3, stop letting FOMO drain your bank account. When I was 18, I said yes to almost every invitation. If my friends wanted to go to dinner, I went. If they wanted to go roller skating, I went. I literally never said no. I wanted to see them so badly that I think I ate out like 5 times a week. And it very quickly became a habit. Looking back, I was not only paying for food or an activity, I was paying for the reassurance that I was still included. I didn't want to be left out, and I was so scared that a memory would happen without me, and I would feel like I missed something important with my friends. So yeah, saying no was really hard for me at first, but missing one plan does not mean you are losing the friendship. A good friendship does not require you to spend money every time you hang out. Suggest coffee, a walk, a movie night, or meeting everyone after dinner. And if you are trying to save money, just say it. It's better to be honest than agree to the plan and quietly stress about the bill. Saying no to one expense does not mean saying no to the person. You don't have to pay for every plan to prove you belong in the friendship. Lesson number 4, choose friends who support your goals. I was already really ambitious at 18. I always knew I wanted to work hard and build something different. But I learned pretty quickly that not everyone was going to understand it. When I shared one of my goals with one of my closest friends, instead of supporting me, she started asking how I would ever do it because it sounded so difficult. And this doesn't only come from friends, it can come from family members too. At first, I told myself their comments didn't matter, but every comment placed a little doubt in the back of my mind. Because the doubt sounded reasonable, it was easy to believe, and over time, their voices started becoming my voice, and it changed what I thought was possible. Now, that doesn't mean those people are bad. Sometimes they think they are protecting you. But if you've already decided you want something, hearing every reason it might fail does not help you start. It only makes you second guess yourself. Your friends don't need the same career, income, or version of success as you, but they shouldn't make you feel embarrassed for wanting more. Pay attention to how you feel after sharing a goal. Good support makes you want to take action. Unhelpful doubt makes you shrink the goal before you even begin. And I'm not saying you need to cut people off, just be more mindful of who you tell your goals to. Life is already hard. Keep people around you who help you move forward, not people who make you second guess trying. Lesson number 5, building wealth starts before you make good money. When I was 18, I got rejected from almost every retail store I applied to. I couldn't even get hired at a Korean barbecue restaurant, but I kept applying. And one restaurant finally gave me a chance. I was honest about having no experience, and somehow I ended up scrubbing toilets. I definitely did not know that was in the job description. It was not impressive, but it gave me work experience and something to put on my resume. From there, I took an unpaid marketing internship, landed a paid internship at Amazon, and eventually got my first corporate job. When you see someone earning 6 figures, you usually see the results and not all of the small jobs that came first. And yes, some people start with more money, time, or support. Hard work does not guarantee the same outcome for everyone. But waiting for the perfect opportunity will not give you experience. Apply for the job, learn the skill, take the beginner opportunity seriously. Building wealth did not start with my corporate salary. It started when I took my first small opportunity seriously. Lesson number 6, your current job does not have to be your forever job. After working several restaurant jobs, I felt really hopeful about my next step. Then I landed my first full-time corporate job and I thought I had finally made it. But the job completely killed my creativity. We did the same thing every day. The environment stressed me out, and the pay was not even good enough to make that stress feel worth it. The longer I stayed, the more permanent it felt, and I started treating that job like it was the end-all be-all because I could not see another way out. So if that's where you're at right now, do not feel discouraged. You may not be able to quit immediately, you still need to pay your bills and make a living, but needing to stay today does not mean accepting that job as your future. Build your exit plan while you're still employed. Save some backup money, spend 1 hour a week learning a skill, updating your resume, or applying for a better opportunity. I challenge you to replace 1 hour of TV or scrolling with one action that gives your future self another option. The people you see succeeding online usually show the result, but what they don't show is every quiet hour it took to get there. Your current job pays you today, it does not decide your future. This chapter can change, but you must put in the work to start building the next one. Lesson number 7, learn when to save and when to invest. I made this mistake early. I started investing before I had enough cash saved for an emergency. Everyone online kept saying invest, 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 but nobody explained how much money should stay out of the market first. And this is a real problem. In 2025, only 45% of adults ages 18 to 29 said they could cover a $400 emergency using cash or its equivalent. That means more than half of people our age could not pay one unexpected $400 bill with money they already had available. Without an emergency fund, you may have to take on debt or sell an investment while the market is down. So before investing every extra dollar, build a cash cushion. Add up 1 month of essential expenses, including housing, food, transportation, insurance, and minimum debt payments. Make that your first goal. Then work toward the common target of 3 to 6 months. And if that feels impossible right now, start smaller. Any cushion is better than none. I keep my emergency fund in Marcus by Goldman Sachs high yield savings account. That is a savings account that usually pays more interest than a basic one. My money stays available, but keeping it separate from my checking account makes me less likely to spend it. For long-term investing, I use a Fidelity brokerage account. A brokerage account allows you to buy investments that can grow, but can also lose value. The difference is timing. Emergency money needs to be available. Invested money needs enough time to recover from market drops. Neither Marcus nor Fidelity is sponsoring this video. These are just the tools I personally use. I linked both below so you can compare markets for savings and learn more about investing through Fidelity. Your emergency fund has one job. Keep one bad week from forcing you to sell your future. Lesson number 8, open a Roth IRA and actually invest the money. I only learned what a Roth IRA was last year, and I was shocked that I had made it that far without anyone clearly explaining it. A Roth IRA is a retirement account that you fund with money you have already paid taxes on. If you follow the rules, qualified withdrawals during retirement can be tax-free. For 2026, if you are under 50, you can contribute up to $7,500 total across all of your traditional and Roth IRAs combined, or up to the amount of taxable compensation you earned that year if that amount is lower. Roth IRA contributions may also be limited by your income and tax filing status, so check the official IRS rules before contributing. But you don't need to contribute $7,500 to benefit from starting. And this table shows why starting with a small amount now can be more powerful than waiting until you can invest more. In this example, someone starting at 18 would need to invest $127 a month to potentially reach $500,000 by age 65. Starting at 25 raises that amount to $209 a month. This example assumes a 7% average annual return, so it's not a guaranteed result. But the lesson is simple: the earlier you start, the longer your money has to grow. But time only helps money that is actually invested. Opening a Roth IRA and transferring money into it is not enough. You still need to choose an investment inside the account. Otherwise, your money could sit in cash and miss the growth you opened the account for. I kept my own setup simple by choosing a few broad ETFs. An ETF is basically a basket of investments. One broad ETF can hold hundreds of companies, so you don't have to choose every stock yourself or bet your future on one company. I kept my plan simple, chose investments I understood, and continued adding money. Because at your age, the goal is not to find the perfect stock, it's to start early. If you want me to create a video on Roth IRAs, make sure to comment Roth down below. Open the account, invest the money, keep contributing. You can earn more money later. You cannot buy back the years it could have been growing. Those are the 8 money lessons I wish I had learned at 18. You don't have to change everything today. I challenge you to choose one lesson and act on it before today ends. And if you want more honest conversations about saving, investing, and building wealth, subscribe and join me here. I'm Erin. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, we can only go up from here.